Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, July 4. Scheduled domestic flights are now available between the Ian Fleming International Airport in St. Mary and the Sangster International Airport and aerodromes in Montego Bay. This after the Ministry of Transport partnered with Howard Levy, the owner of Jam Airlink Express, to launch domestic flights in the country yesterday. Transport Minister Robert Montego says the flights will also serve Ocho Rios and its surrounding areas.
This is a new opportunity for the people in the community, because not only will you get to Kingston, Negril, Montego Bay, or Port Antonio faster, there is also an opportunity for the young people to become trained as pilots, aviation engineers, instrumentation, air traffic controllers. A brand new industry has opened up for the young people.
Minister Montego says plans are also in place to build a storefront at the Ian Fleming International Airport so persons can purchase items such as clothing or food. This move comes just weeks after he announced plans to restart scheduled domestic flights in Jamaica. The Ministry of Education is releasing students' individual scores for the inaugural Primary Exit Profile PEP examination. Minister with responsibility for the education portfolio, Carl Samuda, made the announcement in the House of Representatives on Tuesday.
We are expecting that will be released next week. The results for the secondary levels, that is receiving schools, will be available online by 6 a.m. on the 5th of July. So you can go online and you will see these scores.
PEP replaces GSAT as the placement examination for students entering secondary school. For the first time also, the ministry adopted the scaled score model and provided students with a detailed report on their performance rather than raw percentages. But in Parliament this week, Mr. Samuda said the individual scores were being released to dispel any doubt about the performance of the students or those administering the examination.
And that should satisfy a number of persons who have been apprehensive and have adopted a posture of doubt. Mr. Speaker, the results from students' performance in the various subject areas shows that less than 10% of all students are at the beginning level.
He said that the 10% of students categorized at the beginner's level would benefit from intensive academic support at grade 7. Energy Minister Favour Williams says government will be ensuring greater oversight of the state-owned refinery Petrojam as it moves to implement recommendations from the Auditor General's report. Minister Williams says Petrojam's Board of Management is to lay out a plan for implementing the Auditor General's recommendations. As part of that, focus will be placed on strict adherence to procurement guidelines.
The Auditor General found that MSET and parent company PCJ operated almost hands-off. This, since we've been there, has not and will no longer be the case going forward.
Minister Williams was speaking during a recent press conference at Jamaica House to reveal the findings of the Petrojam Review Committee. The Auditor General's report on Petrojam was tabled in the House of Representatives in December 2018. It revealed a number of deficiencies which Minister Williams says are being addressed. The National Land Agency and Jamaica Defence Force have signed a Memorandum of Understanding which will facilitate hydrographic surveys of the seabed in the country's territorial waters. The agreement will be executed under the umbrella of the National Hydrographic Committee, which is a government-appointed group responsible for dealing with hydrography and maritime spatial data. The hydrographic surveys of the seabed in Jamaica's territorial waters will be conducted using a vessel from the JDF Coast Guard's fleet. The survey equipment has been provided by the United Kingdom Hydrographic Office through the Commonwealth Marine Economics Program. Acting Senior Director of Surveys at the NLA, Major Patrick Aiken, says the exercise can be used for numerous activities, including determining the accuracy during a dredging exercise. Director General of the Maritime Authority of Jamaica and the Chairman of the National Hydrographic Committee, Rear Admiral Peter Brady, adds that having modern surveys will make ship navigators more confident of entering Jamaican waters. He says the surveys will also provide key information for potential investors in commodities such as marine oil and gas. The Senate on Friday approved the Public Procurement Registration and Classification of Suppliers Regulations 2019. It's meant to make it easier to do business and ensure inclusiveness for a wide cross-section of Jamaicans, including micro, small, and medium-sized business owners. The regulations were piloted by Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Pernell Charles Jr. He says they are critical to getting the reformed public procurement landscape operational.
The Public Procurement Registration and Classification Regulations 2019 will fully enable the Public Procurement Commission to fulfill its functions of registering and classifying suppliers, continuously assessing suppliers for capacity and performance, establishing and managing also the activities of the sector committees, among other functions.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.